Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Girls, One TBR. Your chaotic book besties here to wreck your reading list, one morally gray man at a time. Now today is a special day. Today is our ACOTAR miniseries episode. So if you have not read ACOTAR, you have not read Crescent City or Throne of Glass, there will be spoilers. So if you don't want to have those spoilers, you might want to skip this episode. If not, you're very welcome to listen along with us and see some of our insane theories that we have found on the internet. But here today, I'm here with the lovely Kirsty and the lovely Vex. How are you ladies doing today?
Doing good. Doing good. How are you?
I am doing good. Much better than this morning. I did not want to get up early this morning.
It's
I
Monday.
was like, today's technically, well, I know today's technically Monday, but today's technically my Friday. So I was like, I was dragging this morning. I was just tired. And I even went to bed earlier last night. I was so tired, I didn't even read last night before I went to bed. I know.
That's crazy.
And I did that, and then I went to sleep, and I actually slept like solid sleep. Most of the time I wake up like a million different times through the night, but last night, no. And I was dreaming weird stuff. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it was weird stuff.
Did you?
No.
Just
No. It was just weird sleep. I don't know. Now, how about you guys? What have you been up to? Well, we know Kirsty is in the Great North now.
I am.
And she saw, what was that thing now? Did we say it was
Arctic ground squirrel. Yeah.
It's really cute.
It's very cute. It's like a big squirrel, a big fat squirrel.
And his eyes.
Yeah, very cute. So cute. But yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere, which is nice. Proudly brought to you today, or unproudly brought to you today by our friend Mr. Musk.
Yes.
Unfortunately, because, well, that's the only internet we can get. But yeah, just chilling. Doing some work on the car over the next couple of days, and then we'll be heading up into Alaska.
Now, how far would you say you are from Alaska at this point? How many hour drive yet do you think you have?
I want to say 8 to 10.
That's not
How
too
many
bad, though.
hours to drive to Alaska, babe? This is our bed. He's on the bed.
Oh, he's up on the bed. I love it.
10?
Yeah, but
10?
I have some good
It's not bad.
I might order the parts into Alaska and
Okay.
remove the rear shocking completely.
I don't think he realized we were still recording. Anyway,
So
yes,
cute.
10 hours into Alaska. So hopefully we can be on the way tomorrow.
Oh, very nice.
We'll see.
Very nice.
Who knows? We'll just go with the flow. It's very unkirsty to go with the flow, but that's okay. We're doing it.
You're doing it.
We're doing
I'm
it.
proud of
More
you.
time to read. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, there you go.
I didn't read at all yesterday.
See, that was shocking.
I know. I listened to my audiobook, but like a
okay.
physical book, yeah. Like a physical or like my Kindle, I didn't pick it up.
Did
That's
you make
crazy.
it through Throne of Glass now?
I haven't. I've still got a few hours left. And I stopped after dinner because I was... So I cooked dinner outside last night because we don't have a kitchen, obviously. And then I brought it inside. And I got to there's a really sad scene. I'm on Kingdom of Ash, Vex. There's a really sad scene where a lot of people die. I don't know if Vex knows which scene I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's it.
I'm sitting, I'm sitting here eating dinner. I've got one earbud in. I'm sitting here eating dinner, weeping as I'm eating my
I
dinner.
want to cry. Just
Yeah.
you talking about
Just
it.
thinking about it. Yeah. And Jared's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm not okay." And he was like, "Do you want a hug?" And I was like, "No." And then he was like, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
Bawling my eyes out.
And you've already
and I've already read it. Yeah.
And you knew this was coming.
Yeah.
And it still got you.
And
See,
it still got me.
again, that is a mark of such a good story and a good book.
Yeah.
Because you even knew it was coming. And it still got you again.
I'm telling you, I read this and I've gotten a little teary-eyed in books, but this one, I couldn't talk for 30 minutes. And my husband was walking. He's like, it's okay. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, no,
No.
it's not. Like, I can't even, this was very real right now. Like, I need some time. Like, and I really needed some, like, it really broke me. Like,
Yeah.
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 I have not read it yet. So,
Yeah.
oh Lord,
Ugh.
I'm sure it'll get me. See, when I read the Bewitched series by Laura Thalassa, it's you have a kind of a moment. There's if you read Bewitched, you read Bespelled. In those two books, you find out that something occurred prior. Okay, and so then Laura Thalassa wrote the prequel to those two books, which is called The Curse That Binds.
Yep.
So you know what's coming.
Mhm.
You know what's coming, and I knew, and it still got me, and I cried at the end of that book, and
It's
it
the
just
exact
rips your
same-
heart out.
It's the exact same with Throne of Glass. Like, she wrote 1, 2, and then she
Mhm.
wrote the prequel. And
Mhm.
I know it's a massive debate about what order you read it in.
Mhm.
But I read it in 1, 2, and then the prequel because I watched a video the other day and it really resonated. It's like she wrote it that way, but also I don't think the main character wants you to know what happened before until you
Mhm.
get to that point because she's not ready to tell that part of her story.
That's
Right?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Mic
I don't
drop.
exactly, right? Like, I think you need to read it in that order because that's when she's ready to tell you.
I feel that 100%.
That's good.
Yeah, really good. I saw that and I was like, oh, yep. Mhm.
That's amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
So good.
So I understand 100% with what you're saying in that kind of feel.
Mm.
But again, that's a mark of a really good book.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're reading a book and you're not feeling it, or you're not feeling the emotion of the characters, is it a good book? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're not invested in those characters. I mean, I have, over the years, I have read things, and it was like, you know what I mean? It was just a story. It didn't stick with me. I think the ones that, I think this is why Sarah's Worlds, ACOTAR, Crescent City, Throne of Glass, I think this is why they stay and why we're all still talking about it and we're excited for the next book is because of that. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
you know, and I
Mhm.
think I've had a very hard time with Crescent City. Like, a really hard time. I've been reading all 3 books for the last 8 months, in between other
Yeah.
books. And I set a goal for myself, 100 pages a week. Like, I can get through it. And the thing is, I'm connecting to the characters. I get it. I'm there. But I'm trying to figure out why it's so hard for me to read through. And I think it might just because it is so many elements involved in it.
Mhm.
So many different creatures, so many different, levels and hierarchies and tiers and governments, that it's just maybe overwhelming for myself. And I'm able to get through that, and I'm in with the people. I love the characters. I'm there,
Mhm.
and I'm following along. But even at the end here, besides what I want to tell you, when can I do spoilers? I can.
Well, this is our ACOTAR episode,
Yeah.
so yes, we are doing all spoilers.
I'm just like, what can I say? When she was in ACOTAR and she was through the mountain and in the kingdom and all of that stuff, and then she went back into her mountain and her area, I'm following and I'm with it, but there was still different, I don't know, it's very layered. It's very, very layered on history and who is who and where is what, when, who did this. There was even a part where she was so mad at Peleus, I think is his name, and there was a statue, and I get she's pissed, but then she called him a rapist, and I was like, huh? When did that part happen? I missed that part, and that was obviously very significant, but it's just because there's just so much that I'm trying to connect these dots that I didn't even catch that part, and so
Well, you were at the part where now, because you've seen the whole story when they were when Bryce and Nesta and Azrael were on that
Projection.
path on there. Yes.
Yeah.
And they had the whole story. So Selene comes back to Prythian. All right. And so when it gets sealed, Helene, her sister, and her mother, Thea, are left in Midgard.
Right.
And what's his face there? He kills Thea. Yes, because she was on her horse and he killed her. Yes, if I remember right. Yep. And then he takes Helene basically and makes her his wife. So I think that's where that part comes in. He there was no choice for her. She didn't get to be like, no, I don't want to be married to you. And then that's why that's where the bloodline started that goes to Bryce.
That's see.
Where, so Helene is Bryce's descendant from that branch. That's her branch.
Yeah.
I say just Bryce because I'm not sold that Rundanen is that branch. I said it.
Well, it's got to be true because of Rhys. And I'm getting suspicious.
Well, who did Bryce think Rhys was? Or actually, when Azrael and Rhys, when she meets him, who does she think he is? She thinks he's Rune.
Yeah.
So my theory, because I shouldn't say my theory, but this is the theories, of course, that we have talked about, that I think this is a high probability, at least to me, is that Bryce's mother is Rhysand's sister. That's what I really believe who she is. And I just don't think she knows who she is. I think she's got some amnesia kind of stuff happening. Or maybe she's glamored. I have other thoughts.
It is interesting that she's a human. So, only human. She doesn't have much to her power-wise.
Well, Rune's mother, she comes from the Misty Island.
Rhys and Rune are descendants of Maeve.
I only know of Maeve.
Sorry.
Yeah. it's okay.
Excitement, it's great.
You're excited. I love it.
No, that's the whole point of this, of what we're doing here.
Yes. Because yesterday, Rebecca and I were discussing that I was reading Kingdom of Ash, and I brought up that there was someone in Kingdom of Ash that was, I can't remember what context we were talking about it, but we were talking about Maeve, and I just didn't name her because it wasn't our ACOTAR episode.
Us, yes.
But I think I wouldn't be surprised because she has similar elements as they do.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the one that world walks. That's what I was talking about. Or walks between places.
You were saying.
Maeve is the one that world walks or walks between, she doesn't world walk, but she walks from sections to sections within the Throne of Glass world. So I can't imagine it would be too far to go from that to
another world. Yes.
Do you think that Maeve is an Astrid? What are they called?
An Asteri?
An Asteri? Yeah, from Crescent City.
Because Asteri and Valg, my friend and I were having this debate the other day. If Asteri and Valg are the same thing.
Yeah, because that's what she had come from a world. Maeve had come from a world that meets other worlds and stuff and conquers all these other worlds, and that's literally
sounds very similar
what they are. So I'm dying for Throne of Glass to show up in ACOTAR when it comes out. It's got to have Aelin in there, but she didn't say that you need to read Throne of Glass, and I'm just I need my girl to show up,
Unless they do what they did with Crescent City 2 and it ended and then you introduce them and then she's going to be like, okay, now you need to read Throne of Glass if you haven't between this book and this book or whatever. But she couldn't do that between October and January because realistically most people can't read 8 books in that amount of time.
Yes, you can.
So maybe at the end of the January book she drops Aelin or someone else.
No.
And then we get I don't know when the third one's coming out.
Book 8.
Yeah. So say that comes out in December of next year. She's like, right, you've got 11 months. Sort your shit out and read the best series I've ever written in my life.
I know.
I don't know why you haven't read it. Sorry, Rebecca.
For real.
I started with ACOTAR. I have. I told you I have. I have Throne of Glass sitting up there, the
Ah,
first book. I don't have all the other ones. I just
See,
have
I
that one.
started with Throne of Glass.
Really,
was
I
my-
was
see,
ACOTAR,
my
Throne of
first one.
Glass, Crescent City, eventually.
Yeah.
I'll finish. But listen, I have a theory also. It's not
Okay.
really a theory, but it's more of like asking if you agree with this, that Bryce has just made this island, right? New, and all of this stuff, and the mountain crashed. It's connected to the mountain in ACOTAR. And she had mentioned that if this happened, then didn't that happen to the mountain over there? And she's like, yeah, I think so. Like, whatever. Maybe it's also over there. But that's housing all of the monsters. That's the prison with all the monsters. Sure that some crazy stuff is going down in ACOTAR right now because all those monsters are now loose because she took all the power that was housing them. She took everything.
But see, I have the theory with that, though, because you still have to finish the last 100 pages. So there's something,
Yes.
because do you remember Ember, her mother? Has she gone to get Ember yet?
No, she hasn't gone back.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So we'll just keep your thoughts with you.
Is she's gonna go and then she's gonna like get her mom and dad and be back there, and then Rhys and Nesta are gonna be like, "What did you do? There's monsters everywhere." That's what I'm thinking. But I didn't realize something happens like that in the last 100 pages.
But now, so that stuff does happen, but it's. Well, we'll just let you read. We'll let you read that 100 page. We won't discuss that last little section.
Does my theory hold a little bit or no? Like that she took the power from the mountain in ACOTAR and that was housing all of these gods and creatures that nobody could contain.
We're just going to leave you as your theory at this moment.
Okay,
because
fine.
I don't want to answer you either way because I don't want to take that spark from you at this moment.
Okay, fine.
Or ignite your spark. How do we want to put it?
No, the igniting, no. Distinctly.
But see, that's the biggest thing, like in, when I read ACOTAR, I was like, oh, this is wonderful. And then people are like, oh, she has another series called Crescent City. Nobody told me how big and eventful this crossover truly is. And I understand people want to have the mystery, but they should be telling people like, hey, you need to do this. You need to read it. That's why I keep telling people over and over again, if you have not read Crescent City before ACOTAR 6 comes out, you're going to be confused.
Oh, yeah.
I freaked out yesterday, 2 days ago, what was it, Friday or something, when her mom and they pushed them into the freaking ACOTAR world, and then with Nesta, and I'm like trying to continue reading, but I'm like, but they're over there, but I'm over here, but they're in that book set right there. Their parents went over there. Like, it was so bizarre that I was just thinking, how does this woman like make that work?
Bryce wants to keep her mom safe.
No, but Sarah J. Maas, how that's done, and we're here, and like, what? Like, she is like a freaking goddess. She's amazing. I don't even know. I was just baffled.
Well, now, like you were saying, like you were struggling with Crescent City. Do you think now you were saying do you really think it's just that there's so many different characters, because of course when you're reading ACOTAR, there's human, there's fae. Pretty much. I don't know. There are like the lesser fae or whatever, different things like water nymphs and things like that. But when you get into Crescent City, there is a tremendous amount of, characters, because you have human, you have fae, you have angels, you have, what else is there? There's mermaids, there's shifters, there's, there's all kinds of stuff. And then there's the Thunderbirds. There's all of that kind of stuff. There is a tremendous amount more in it, but I looked at Crescent City. For me, it wasn't so much all the things. I loved every second of it. I read it in because those are some thick books, and you know how I read. I devoured them. But I think it was more the Scooby-Doo kind of thing for me. You know, the mystery that you read the first book, chapter 5, it shocks you. And then you continue to read the book, and then it's like, ha! And things keep happening. You know what I mean?
Chapter 5 pissed me off because I was
Didn't
liking
see it
Danika.
coming.
I was like, I love this chick. Like, she's awesome. And then like, what the hell? No, I honestly, now that you're saying it again and it's reminding me, because I read like crazy. Like, I love fantasy and all of this. And so it doesn't make sense to say it's the amount of species that's overwhelming. It doesn't make sense. But I know with TV shows, I don't like the Scooby-Doo stuff. I don't like the
You don't like the
detective-
mystery.
Yeah, the mystery stuff and the detectiveness of it, like trying to investigate. I don't like that at all. It pisses me off. I'm like, just give me the answer. It's either there. I
Well-
don't have patience to dig.
Well, what do you think of Danika now as you have read? What do
Now,
you think of her?
I kind of am a little confused about their relationship between Danika and Bryce, because Bryce keeps saying how strong their relationship was and how connected they were, but yet she kept her entire life from Bryce. And so their whole explanation of that is because she wanted to keep Bryce safe. And I was like, that just doesn't make sense. If you are without your parents, you only have each other. You guys are in it to win it. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are best friends doing this together. There's got to be, she had to have told her something. You know what I mean? It didn't make sense for her to be so no heaviness.
I
their
think
relationship. Sorry.
Danika was just so, like, she was in charge kind of person, and she was going to protect Bryce no matter what. I mean, because she did so many things. I mean, by, having her get that tattoo, Bryce had no idea what that was.
Yeah.
What happened to her. I mean, even in death, she did, it was all those years later. I mean, it took so long for her to find out anything. And Danika was not the person she thought she was.
And I think that Danika, how they've played it out from what I feel is that she had always viewed Bryce as a party girl, not capable to do what needs to be done. And she even did the whole like connect the dots, and she left this stuff, but I don't think Danika left things for Bryce to connect the dots. I think she just left it for, either her pack or somebody. She didn't expect the entire pack to go down. And she already had contacts that she was working with, that she expected somebody to connect the dots. Made the horn safe with Bryce, but she treated Bryce like she's a party girl, and like she didn't truly believe in Bryce that she was capable, and that she was protecting her as this like alpha, but she didn't really see Bryce for who she was for real. She believed into what Bryce was selling, essentially. And that's just kind of shocking, because they had such a strong relationship, at least from Bryce's side, that it's kind of heartbreaking to see how Danika really viewed Bryce,
Well, maybe how we look at Bryce is kind of an unreliable narrator kind of way, kind of thing. Because we're only seeing it from her point of view. We're not actually hearing directly from Danika. She's piecing what Danika did, and what secrets she kept from her. And I mean, she kept enormous secrets. And then, I mean, she was keeping the horn whole thing. The guy that she loved, she kept that from her. All of that. I mean, all the aspects of her life, besides that little bit, truly, it was just a little bit that Bryce knew. But I think Bryce almost was like her, how should I put it? It was kind of like her home. If you know what I mean? It's where she
like
felt
leave work
safe.
behind.
Yes. Because everything else, she was tracking where that, what wasn't it, like a drug or whatever it was? She was tracking where that stuff was coming from. She was tracking all this stuff, and everything, like all her answers she was getting but she couldn't tell Bryce because I don't think she wanted to put her in danger by telling her all the
But
information.
also, with Danika's defense as well, is that Bryce really was a party girl. Like, she was. She didn't go through the shit Ailey went through. She didn't go through, some struggle surviving the way that Freya even went through with her family. She didn't go through any of that. She's a party girl. And so maybe, and as we know, Sarah J. Maas wrote book 1 and I think half of book 2 just as like a hobby, like on the side. It wasn't supposed to really be anything. And then it grew. So I think also Danika I'm contradicting myself, like as I said it, but I'm just processing it that she did see her as a party girl because that's really what she was. She didn't have the skills to be able to handle much without, like she couldn't conceal. How do you say it? It's like somebody without a filter. You know what I mean? You can't tell them what's in the Christmas present for XYZ because they will tell.
They will tell, yes.
Who it is. Like that was kind of Bryce's personality where she's just like, whatever, like we talk about, it's fine. And she didn't really take things too seriously. So that's kind of how Danika.
Like when you're reading it and after like, chapter 5 happens and Bryce walks in on it and it basically puts her in shock. And then she goes and she saves this person. But of course now you know who she saved out in that alleyway. Yes, because that happens. What? You know about that in book 2, yes?
She saved the Archangel?
Yes, she saved Micah. And oh God, that was still one of the best scenes when she got rid of him and then vacuumed him.
That was awesome.
What do you think, Kirsty? What's your opinion on Bryce?
I think we do know that Sarah loves an unreliable narrator. Exhibit Feyre. So I definitely agree with that in terms of unreliability. But I'm also in the boat that Danika's just a shit friend. Plain and simple.
What?
Shit friend.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Goes my Australian vernacular.
Cut out.
Okay. But yeah, I understand why people are like on Danika's side or like Bryce was a party girl, all that sort of shit. But maybe this information was the reality call that Bryce needed to sort her shit out as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
and then
she
obviously
grew up a tremendous amount in that.
Yeah.
Once that happened.
And but then obviously I think that was even compounded because of what happened. She grew up really quickly and in shitty circumstances. But I also think, side note, the part where we learn about Connor, a lot of people are relating that to Sam in Throne of Glass. Have you seen those videos, Vex?
Okay.
Where it's like what happens with is very similar to Sam. Like we get invested in this character, all that sort of stuff. So like people are saying like how we meet this character, we fall in love with them, we learn about them, and then
right. Yeah. No, I totally see that.
Yeah.
For also for Bryce, yeah.
Yeah. But
I want to ask what you think about Danika. Like, what makes you feel like she's a shit friend? Specifically, like, was it what I was suggesting? Like, how she didn't trust her with anything?
Yeah, 100%. And I think she should have, because I think that would have helped Bryce figure her shit out sooner. Yeah. And I also think if they were true friends, then maybe Danika, I'm not saying that they weren't true friends, but if they were as close as Bryce thought they were, then I think maybe she should have let her in on more of what she was going through. Because I could also imagine for Danika that was a lot to carry and deal with.
Exactly.
I know she had her pack, but like...
But they didn't even know what she was doing.
No.
Like, none of them. Like, she was like a one woman on a mission kind of thing. Now, what was the guy's name? The one that she loved? He was the what was he? Oh,
The one who Danika loved?
I read about it. Her mate, right?
Her mate. Yes.
Vaxian.
Baxian. She loved him. I mean, he knew more, of things that were going on, of course, but he was part of a very bad group of people too. You know what I mean?
Even to say her dad, why not say who is her dad? Why not have any sort of depth in their relationship from Danika's side? She didn't give Bryce anything. That's also the thing. It wasn't even a part of the investigation and who she is as a tribe and like a Sabine and what's going on with all of that stuff. This is something that's just, who is her father? She got away. He's a bad guy. She's embarrassed by him, whatever. But if they had such a strong relationship, like, how did he even that?
I think Danika was just very it's not that she didn't trust Bryce. I don't think it was that. It was just like she liked to keep things within.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like,
well, I mean, she did have a lot of trauma. I mean, she was raised by Sabine there. Her mom wasn't exactly, warm hugs and let's sit down and share together and have a cup of cocoa. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? She was awful. And I do enjoy what happens to her as well.
Agreed.
Yeah, that was cool. I was like, ugh. But then it freaked me out when sorry.
Oh, but I didn't like it when what she did to the old one.
The Prime. I know.
The Prime! That was terrible. That was a crying moment, too. I felt that made me cry because it was sad because he seemed like a sweet old man.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like her. But I mean, he had to be ruthless, though, to become the Prime, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but you know how sometimes old people just seem sweet and they might not have been sweet in their life. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with that, but I don't know.
No,
it's
the
interesting.
part that freaked me out, it was so gross, was when the Reaper, who is the girl that Ian actually made into a Reaper on accident, the Ben 3 line that he saved and rescued from the astronomer. And
and they were trying to bring her back.
Yeah. And I forget her name. I just read it.
It's the one she was the queen of those witches, and is that her? No, she was trying to bring it back and made him into that.
No,
I don't remember who it was.
She was with the astronomer who was the person who went digging into worlds, and then Ethan kidnapped her, took her, and realized who she was, that she was like the niece of Sabine, and ended up having to kill her.
She was an alpha.
Yeah,
she was an alpha. She would have been the actual true Fender because her last name was Fender. Yes,
right.
Sigrid.
So Sigrid, thank you. Yes, Sigrid. Yes. So it was so gross when she went to the astronomer and sucked his soul out, and how she described it, like her lips were like on his lips and she was like, oh, and like had it. And I was like, oh my God, it was so gross. But I was like, okay, she's terrifying. Like these Reapers are so scary. And that was really gross. Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about, I don't think like herself is inside it at that point. I don't know when you're a Reaper. Yeah.
Whatever. She's like hunched over.
I forgot. I had forgotten about her.
I saw the whole thing happen. It was gross. But yeah, that was all in the same scene with Sabine and the Prime, and then she's sucking his life out, but so gross. And like, have you guys watched Wednesday, the TV show?
I have watched Wednesday. I am halfway through the second season.
Okay, so I think it happens there where the guy becomes this big monster thing.
Oh, that's the end of what I think. You see him at the end of season 1. Yeah, he's that with the big eyes.
Yeah. What is the name of that creature?
I don't know what it is. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, this creature is who I visualized had just
I don't remember. I have to look. on Wednesday. I can't remember what it is. Let me see. Oh, see my.
Because the way it's like she's like this reaper who's like cold and scary and like distant, but then she just like transformed into that.
Let's see. I'll tell you. Let's see what it says. It's
Kirsty, do you know what I'm talking about?
Have you watched it? Oh, the Hide.
The Hide.
The Hide.
Yes. Woo! That was gross.
Oh, you have to watch Wednesday. Wednesday's really good. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Really
they're working on.
It's not really my vibe.
Like the spooky stuff?
I like reading it, but I don't really like watching it.
That's fair.
We'll accept that. No, I'm just kidding.
Now, since we're talking Crescent City, let's kind of go back to ACOTAR. Now, this is a random theory, okay? Now, I want you to see what you all think. Okay, so now let's start at the beginning. In Book 1, in the Court of Thorns and Roses, we all remember that Feyre slaying the Midgard worm. Remember that big thing that was with all his teeth? Okay, under the mountain trials, using her wits and a giant bone. We all thought it was a cool action scene, but the internet has realized that Sarah J. Maas dropped a massive Norse mythology cipher in there. In the old linguistics, Midgard is a literal variant of Midgard, which we all figured that, the human realm in Norse myth. The worm means wingless dragon or serpent. So this means that the worm in Prythian's version of, oh God, this is some Norse word. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not even going to pronounce it. We're just going to add the text there. It's some big long word. It's the Midgard serpent. It says in mythology, it stays hidden until Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods. Because do you guys all remember there was a whole big thing that Sarah had a Pinterest board on Pinterest, and it's something about Twilight of the Gods. Okay, so this is where this is coming into. So it stays hidden until Ragnarök, the Twilight of God, begins. Its death marks the apocalypse. In the fandom's theory is that Feyre didn't just survive a trial by killing the world's serpent in Book 1. She accidentally triggered the official countdown to the ultimate Maasverse cosmic war. What do we think on that? Do we think this is possible?
I do like the idea of like the Valg or the Asteri coming to ACOTAR and then Aelin and Bryce coming to ACOTAR and they all get rid of the Valg or Asteri. I do like that. However, I'm also a big believer of there's no way Feyre would have gotten through that trial without the help of anyone else.
Again, yes, I agree on that one.
Not
well, poor Lucian would have died if when she had to read the wall.
I just couldn't believe the
poor Lucian.
2 for me and Tamlin. I was like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Oh my gosh. No, I just found the word WYRD was there's the word worm, right, in Midgard. Mm-hmm. There's the word in my bookshelves that are like this. It's like down there. So my Throne of Glass set, the word symbols, right, that are on like
the word marks.
The word marks, thank you. And then just right now at the end of Crescent City had just mentioned the word, that name was a goddess's term who had like created the worlds or something like this. And so they just threw it in there and I was like, wait a second, hold on. So you're saying that these worms, actual non-dragon with wings things.
It's the wingless serpent.
Wingless serpent.
Wingless serpent, yes.
That they they obviously had to have been connected to the land as a whole, as the magic system was created in the realm. So I see that because you see this connection with the word WYRD happening in all three realms.
Yes.
That I don't know if Freya, like Kirsty kind of mentioned, like that she has the power to have killed something so strong as a human.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't really make sense. But the connection that you're saying of this being kind of like a ticking time bomb happening, that makes sense.
Well, they said, like, all the chess pieces are on the board. Now think about this. Lucian has an enchanted metal eye, like Odin, because again, this is Norse mythology. Nesta literally revived the warrior Valkyries. And then the Ouroboros, the mirror represents the world's serpent eating its own tail. So did book 1 start the clock of the ultimate crossover for the apocalypse? I mean, it's an interesting theory. It does seem like all those, because she does pull, we do know she pulls from mythology for a lot of her stories, a lot of her character names, you know, like we know, like Tamlin, etc. So, I mean, it's possible. And they said, like, her old project, what was on Pinterest, explicitly contained a secret folder of an upcoming crossover project, and she co-named it Twilight of the Gods, which in literal English translation is Ragnarök. And if you ever played the video game God of War, you do see the big giant serpent, or the big worm thing, or whatever, the snake, whatever it is in the video game. You see it. So
The
interesting theory.
I'm taking a little step backwards. The word thing that we were just talking about
Yes.
is very Nehemia coded, which is a character from Throne of Glass. So I feel like, and she, the
Elon Musk is
the
getting you.
world. Oh no, that's just me not being able to say my words.
Oh no, you became like a little robot.
Oh, yeah.
It's very musical sounding.
I feel like her people could be the people that could link the word and the worlds together through
Nehemiah's?
Mm-hmm. I can't remember the name right now. It starts with an E, I think. Anyway.
You could be so right.
They definitely give that vibe. Anyway, also side note, Nehemia is to Selena what Danika is to Bryce. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
I could get cancelled. I don't like Nehemia. Anyway.
No, I could see that. Like, I don't feel like we had enough time for me personally to judge liking Nehemia or not. I felt like that was very fast, but also like there's so many secrets there, and I totally forgot about her people. And there's so much that it's so grand and massive, but it's not talked about. So that's actually really good thought.
And it's like magic without being magic, right? Like the magic works in the non-magic world.
Yeah. See?
We've gone off key again. Sorry, Rebecca.
Okay. Okay, now since we're talking cosmic wars, okay, now let's talk about a detail in the Court of Mist and Fury that we all chalked up to standard post-traumatic stress. But in Crescent City, completely recontextualizes this, okay? Right at the beginning of the book, Feyre wakes up to Rhysand having a horrific nightmare at the House of Wind. Do we all remember this?
Yep.
She explicitly notes that the entire room has turned freezing cold. Rhys's breath is coming out in icy plumes. Okay? Now that we have all read Crescent City, we all know exactly what happens with the laws of magic with the Prince of Hell. Because remember when Bryce and Hunt go, it's extremely cold there. So wherever is Do you pronounce it Adius? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Adius is what I say.
Adius? Do you say Adius? What do you pronounce it as?
Me,
Kirsty?
I just say whatever comes out of my mouth. Probably Adius.
Okay, I call him Adius. Okay, and then I say Apollonian, but that's probably not right. Apollonian.
Apollyon is what I say.
Apollyon, like
Apollyon.
Napoleon.
I know that's what I was thinking of too. Okay, again, I don't pronounce anything right.
I don't think
manifest?
Sarah cares.
I don't think so either. Since we found out Manon,
Manon.
No, it was
Manon.
always Manon.
Yeah.
You
I was
are-
like, what are you saying right now? Like, what was that? No.
because a lot of people say Manon, or, you
Nope.
know, and they don't
Nope.
say and it's Manon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
Okay.
need fixed.
But that's
Yeah.
but they say when they manifest, they project or communicate spiritually. The universe's calling card is that temperature that instantly plummets. Frost forms, breath turns to ice. They favor the dream realm. Remember he went into Hunt's dreams. To secure a bridge to cross the dimensions without tearing open any physical rifts. Now, the Prince of Hell was actively breaching Rhys's mind, is what this theory is, while he was sleeping. Were they gathering intelligence on Prythian's strongest dynamic mage? You know, because like Rhys is kind of like a mage and like what he does. Or is it checking in on the bloodline that shares genetic ancestry with the dark rulers of hell? Because, you know, of course, as we all know, there are the theories that Rhys is a descendant or somehow related to the princes of hell.
I think
What do you guys think?
that they were talking to him because the vlog were in Corinthian and the Hells of Prince people, their whole mission is to kill these people.
Yeah.
And so they are going to all these other realms trying to knock out these vlog Astri. It's the same thing. They went because they were trying to be like, what's happening over there? Do you need our help? What are you doing? We know what's up. And then they're over there. They're the same thing. It's the same thing.
That makes
So-
sense. The princes of hell, because they call them the bigger, better Valg. They call them the Valg princes. So, and then Maeve is the queen of the Valg, and I think Maeve, like we already discussed, Maeve is, or Rhys
Astrid.
and Rune are descendant of Maeve.
Descendants of hers.
So maybe they're connecting with Rhys to see if they can infiltrate Rhys.
What if he
Well,
is?
it's-
And maybe
And
there. They can't kill Rhys. Like if
I don't-
he's part Astri or whatever.
Well, maybe they're trying just basically to secure their upcoming, because they're coming. I still have another theory that with the Court of Nightmares and stuff, but maybe they're just looking at because we know Rune has Starborn lineage. We know that. We know Bryce has it, and we do know that Rhys has it. Or they're monitoring a specific bloodline that historically shared an ancient alliance with them, possibly, you know, during that first big whatever that happened 15,000 years ago. And they got him while he was sleeping because he was completely exposed. So there's something there. What was he doing? Why did the room turn ice? Again, it's interesting, isn't it, ladies?
I would 100% think it was the Hell people. The Prince of Hell. I make up my own names for people. They are the ones that went in his head and he did this. But I really think it's because they're vlogged. But if he's related to Maeve, that's going to really not be cool. Because if the whole mission's to get rid of these world eaters, right? The vlogs and all of that, then crap.
Well, maybe.
But we
But
do
maybe
know
they're
because
not.
we do see when in Tower of Dawn when a certain someone is overtaken by the Valg and then they removed the Valg, that she was pregnant with her husband, but the baby was fine.
Guess what?
So the baby in Tower of Dawn there's no Valg in the baby, right? Even though the lady was infested by the Valg at the time.
Okay.
So maybe Rhys and Rune are descendant of Maeve, but they're not Valk.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah?
I see you. Yeah, because the baby wasn't. So yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So there's got to be something that's like a barrier or something
Yeah.
like that. Okay. Whew. All right.
Because it's a whole other being. Like, the Valg is a whole other being.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like it would have to be.
Because it's not like a magic that's seeping through. It's like a being that's just housing itself in.
Yeah. And Rhys and Rune are both very powerful. So I can't imagine it would be easy for someone to overtake their bodies.
And they have that star side. The star side, they're like very elevated beings, you know,
Yes.
with so much. And that'd be hard for them. Obviously, at the end of Throne of Glass, we see like what destroyed, what happened. So they wouldn't be able to get into Rhys if that was the case.
No.
What about this is a new theory? Whatever. I'm sorry. Taking over. The end of Throne of Glass. Who is the one that uses this power that's very similar? It's just connecting to me to Starlight, the star power, right?
Yes.
It's so similar, and that's what
It
knocks
is.
it out.
Yes.
She's got to have also a play in here, bloodline-wise. Maybe they're the ones. What are their names? The two sisters?
Celine and Helena?
Helena.
Are you talking about Helena?
Yeah.
Helena's the one in Midgard.
Yeah. Yeah. See? She's a descendant. What? The one who... Okay. So sorry. The one who... Because I'm on my computer, there's no like, don't interrupt me on my computer. So sorry. What? That they're in two separate worlds. They're in ACOTAR. They're in Crescent City, okay? The sisters split. I think that who is the one who did the grand finale of getting him out is the descendant of the sister that stayed in Midgard. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Right?
I see that. I
I can't believe I just came up with my own theory. This is so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Now, since we're... Oh, what's that?
No, nothing.
Oh, no.
You agree, right? Like you...
I agree. No, I agree. I like your theory. I do like your theory.
Thanks.
Interesting. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I like it.
It's a good one.
I know. I need to read. I need to read Throne of Glass.
A for enthusiasm.
A for enthusiasm.
I need to write that down somewhere. Okay.
Yes.
It's like,
But now, since we're talking Rhysand, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this brings me to the spicy, unpopular opinion. Okay. We all love Rhysand. I do love Rhysand. But we need to look at his magic objectively. Feyre describes Rhysand's night magic, entering her mind during nightmares as a soothing, cool blanket that takes away all her bad dreams. But as a master, is it Demati? Is that how we pronounce it? What he does, his mind
Demati?
things he does? Demati? Is that what we say?
I see the word. I don't remember what it means.
But that's how he mind speaks to Feyre. His
Okay.
Demati. All right. The shadows and the night magic are extension of his raw power and surveillance. By letting his shadows occupy her mind while she is unconscious and vulnerable, he maintains a permanent presence in her subconscious. Sending his shadows into her dreams while she was still miserable at the Spring Court subtly anchor her to him before she even made a conscious choice to leave Tamlin. Is he subtly policing her thoughts to ensure that his darkness is her only source of relief? It strips away any level of Feyre's mental privacy that she doesn't even realize that she is losing. What do we think on that?
I understand where people are coming from in terms of Rhys is bad because he takes over her mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think he is so obsessed with her that he just has the best intentions. Because I think a good sign of that is ACOTAR, where they find out that they're pregnant, and then she doesn't know about all the issues, right, that are going to happen as a result. And he didn't, wrong move on his part,
Yeah.
idiot, but
he had good intentions.
he had
behind
good
it. He didn't want
intentions. And I
he
think
didn't want to freak her out.
that's the same thing with the nightmares and the, I'm going to call it dream walking, right? Like,
I
Yeah,
agree
that's
with
possible.
Christy. Because you see I'm kind of a 90% believer strong that he is the son of the Hell Princes of
Mhm.
Hell. And so is Huh. And we see his intentions also doesn't like to give that information too much because of that whole protective mate thing. Rhys, like you had just said, very much also keeps his mouth shut about a lot of things with Farah. I don't think it's right that he is infiltrating her mind and he's doing that, but it also gives me the same vibes of Danika to Bryce, what Rhys is doing to Farah. That he is also keeping a lot to himself with good intentions, but it's wrong, what he's doing, and not trusting her, seeing her as, she's now all powerful, but she did come straight from human, being human. She's seeing as young and naive and all of this stuff. And he's got a lot of baggage, a lot of stuff that he's carrying, the mountain, the princes of hell, if that's the case, like all of this stuff.
Well, we'll see what the people are saying. They're saying is because he went into her subconscious while she was, vulnerable. Not, but they're saying is that he anchored himself in there, that she would no longer see Tamlin as her love, that he forced it, that she would only find solace in him. So of course she's going to go with him in that moment. Take the mating bond out of the equation, kind of thing. So she only views his darkness as her only source of psychological relief. So
I think people are overthinking it.
Yeah.
It's
possible.
No offense, but I think you've taken it too far.
Yeah.
Rhys is the people of the internet.
I know.
I don't think Rhys also,
No. And I don't think you can do ill to your mate. Can you?
Is he truly her mate, or did she go into a secret?
No, they are
with
truly
him?
mates.
There's a lot of things
you not listen
there.
to that
I mean,
podcast
we're
with Sarah
saying
Jonas?
that he.
I know you did.
We're saying they're mates.
They are true mates.
Did the surreal trick her into doing a blood oath with him?
No.
I don't
Full
know.
shit.
I don't know. That's
what I'm saying.
No way.
Oh.
I feel like it's definitely a reach. That's for sure. But
why else did the surreal have
why
her
would he do that? Why would Rhys even care? Oh, to break the curse. Or
the blood, that's when he was really injured. Remember the surreal, he has her get those flowers, and then it's something with her blood for him. And they said people's theory is that the surreal, we love the surreal. See, I love my surreal because look at him. Look at my sweet little surreal. That he tricked her into doing a blood oath with Rhys.
I mean, it does kind of make sense, though, a little bit, because if he didn't want Tamlin's curse to be broken, why would he want his curse to be broken if he truly believes that they hurt his mom and sister? Like, if Rhys really believes that, why?
Well, this was after. This is after Under the Mountain and stuff, though, when that happened.
No, but I'm saying he would think before to take her away from him.
Oh, yeah,
and
so he can't.
For him to make that blood oath and stuff, he needs to get her away from him.
Well, he was unconscious, though. Rhys didn't even know what was going on when the blood oath happened.
But him and the
'Cause
Surreal
remember, he
are
was-
like,
Well, he could have been talking to the surreal. I don't know.
I think you're both overthinking it because if if Rhys ends up being any sort of bad, people are going to boycott the shit out of this series, and then Sarah J. Maas isn't going to make as much money. Like, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's about the money. Like,
Yeah.
sure, it's about the writing the story, and she loves a happily ever after, I think.
I don't
And-
think so, because it's if you've got Freya who's going to end up becoming this strong, epic woman power, whatever, and you've got that with Bryce, you've got that, and everybody has such issue with Freya being so like, that it could be also something that doesn't boycott if he's bad, but Freya becomes this fucking beast. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she could do that. I don't think Feyre could do it. Especially if there's a blood oath. And especially with the bond, even though you both think that maybe the bond could not be real. Like,
No, I don't.
I'm just...
if
you
that bond
don't
isn't
know.
real, Lucian can fuck right off.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that one's
Lucian.
real.
I don't think Bryson
Oh.
Hunts is real. That one feels very false.
Now you're talking shit.
No, I
no,
do.
Sarah? Well, Sarah has, though. She has confirmed
Sarah
that they
said
are
that
they are a
mates.
bond. They are
Okay.
mates. She
'Cause I-
confirmed
yeah.
that on. She was on the Today Show with Jenna Bush. There,
Just because when you have
yeah.
Freya and Rhys, it's so epic when they bond. It's so strong. It's so like, yes, like this is it. We can feel it, and we understand why Freya didn't feel it in the beginning, but why Rhys did, and he was just like drawn to her. That whole thing was incredible. But then when you've got Bryce and Hunt, they even talked about it. Like, I don't know, are we boyfriend, girlfriend? Like, are we mates? And it just was so unsure that I was like, mates wouldn't act like that. You would just, I look at Rhys, like you would know.
Okay, but I raise you the mating in Throne of Glass.
Right. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Because that also is a big question. That also, yeah, I was like,
No. If you question that, I will
not
have
question
fists.
like that. No, question as far as my thinking, how it's supposed to go.
Yes.
I'm questioning me because, yeah, it is different. Like, it's not as in your face.
They are my favorite couple.
Yeah.
That couple in Throne of Glass.
No,
My
you're
favorite.
right. You're right.
Favorite couple.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
I back down.
All right,
Moving on.
now
Again.
Now let's shift gears, okay? To reveal, let's reveal their. Let's see here. What am I saying? We're shifting gears. Now, remember during House of Flame and Shadow, because you're in the middle of this, we got a definitive canon proof connecting Rhysand to Selene, because we know this. The younger daughter of the Starborn king, Fionn. Okay. Because remember, Fionn, is that how you say his name? Fionn.
I'm sorry. I thought
What's
you were
that?
talking about Therian from.
No. I'm on ACOTAR world
Yeah.
in Crescent City. Okay. Is it Fionn? Is it Fionn? Is that how you all pronounce it? Because that's how I
Oh,
pronounce
the
it.
wolf.
Yeah.
The father. He would have been the king of Prythian. Do you remember? He was married to Thea. Thea had Selene and Helena. Remember?
Right.
Because
right.
Thea killed Fionn. Remember, she killed him.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So in the hologram projection, Selene explicitly says, when my first son was born, when the baby screamed, the sound was full of night. I brought him to the prison and keyed the wards into his blood. No one knew the infant, who sometimes glowed with starlight, had inherited it from me. That it was the light of the evening star, the dusk star. Okay, so that right there, that's where they said that that's the connection that Rhys is from that bloodline. It says Azrael looks at the hologram and notes that Selene looks exactly like Rhys's deceased sister. This retroactively explains Rhys's line all the way back to the Court of Mist and Fury, where he tells Feyre that the prison is a law unto itself. a 8th court and that his blood is keyed to the gates. He didn't know why, because Selene erased the history to protect them from the Asteri. His Starborn starlight magic is simply dominant suppressed, okay, by his raw Night Court shadow magic, which is why his power manifests visually as the night sky thick with spectacular crust of stars. So he is the rightful king, technically, of the Dusk Court. What do we think on that?
I see it.
I mean, because we do know, like, the prison itself, we know that falls under his quote-unquote, he says it's under his jurisdiction, but he acts like he doesn't know why it's keyed to his blood. Do you know what I mean? But yet, Azrael can go in it. Cassian can go in it. So did he key their blood to it as well? Or do they have some type of the same heritage?
I don't know.
Because Azrael is also such a mystery.
Oh, I think he's definitely a prince of hell.
Shadow
because
Daddy.
we don't know anything about his who he is, because we know his mother had an affair with a lord of some kind, okay, or she was with him because she was something. I can't remember what they said she was. And when Azrael was born, his stepbrothers and his stepmother, and that is who burned him with oils. That's why he's burnt all over. They did that to him. So in my mind, I think that all ties in with the Court of Nightmares, because I do believe that the Court of Nightmares, because we don't really know a tremendous amount about it, the Court of Nightmares. We know Kyr is down there. We know they are kind of ruling all kind of to their own self, even though Rhysand's over them and he can come down there and just, take anybody out he wants. But I think that's a portal to hell. And I think because when Sarah leaves that little tidbit when she says, when they had that meeting, it's in ACOTAR, when they go to that room at the Court of Nightmares and they meet Kyr, and he said, he was late because he was dealing with Lord Thanos, and he was having trouble with his daughter, and we know she's an assassin. Who do you think that is, Vex? Who do you think his daughter is?
Let's see
if she knows.
No, from Aelin is the only assassin that we have.
Try again. Let's
different
see.
Assassin.
You're a different assassin. You're reading these books.
Oh,
who do you think could be his? Who is somebody that is in Bryce's world that is very mysterious and everyone seems to be afraid of?
Fury! Yeah.
Okay,
See?
because if you go into mythology, when you look up Thanos, the things that he has, the thing he rules over or whatever he has, they're Furies. They're tied together. So I think Fury is a world walker. Follow me. She's a world walker. Why is she always missing? Bryce, she's always on these missions to the continent. Is she going over to the other? I don't know. Is she world walking? Because he was having trouble with his daughter. Why would Sarah put that little blib in there? I think that was in as an Easter egg to show what is to come. I think Fury is his daughter. And I think now Thanos, as we know, or whatever, he's a prince of hell. Remember, as we're learning through the different ones, because there's only, out of the 7 princes, seven, we only know 3 of their names. Aeneas, or whatever his name is, Apollyon, and Thanos. Those are the only 3 that we know their names. There's 4 more. So, could that be one and the same? Because why would Sarah use the same name twice? One as a lord that's under the Court of Nightmares, and also use that name as a prince of hell. I don't think she would use that name twice. Do you know what I mean? I think that was very deliberate.
He did say also at the end here of Crescent City that when Hunt asked where's the other princess, like why is it just you guys or something, and they were like our brothers are dealing with, or the other princes are dealing with their own world issue stuff. So there was also that too, like so maybe they're not all located in the same realm.
I think
but
they do.
they're-
Well, and we know Hunt is a mix of the two princes of hell. He's not just, and I love when he calls himself a test tube baby.
Yeah, I was like, no, you're good. Like, we love you.
I don't know. It's just, again,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, that's
interesting. I don't know.
But why
know,
did he
now-
surrender so much to Rhys? Because they're locked in that realm? Or essentially, like, he doesn't have as much authority as Rhys? Because Rhys put him in his place.
See, the Court of Nightmare, we know the Court of Nightmares. We know Kier and Rhys are related somehow because he always says that Moore is his cousin. She's related somehow, but we never get a real distinct or definitive ancestry there. We just know they're related. But Rhys he's over, his dad was over the Court of Nightmares. He is too. So there's something there. But Feyre goes down. Again, she's the unreliable narrator. She has been in the Court of Nightmares. I just don't think she realizes what all the Court of Nightmares is. Because you remember in that same room, the carvings on the columns, those were like the pets that the princes of hell have, you know, the dogs with the two heads, remember? Because the guy in where you're at in Crescent City, the one what is the city? It's not the City of the Dead. It's the other area, you know, where all the people go on the boat when they die.
Yeah.
What is that called over there?
The Shadow Guard?
Whatever it is.
I don't
You know what I'm
remember.
talking
But
about.
yeah.
It's where they all go when they die on the boat and they get sent over to that. Is it a district? I don't remember what in Crescent City it is.
My
What
brain
is
is
it?
having it across the river in kind of an island setting.
Yeah, and it's all under, remember,
Mist.
it's all under mist.
Yep.
And then we find out that guy was, you know, not who
Yeah,
exactly
and now
he
the
said
witch
it was.
is in charge, and she's the one that's like the deaf person. So I'm like, what does that mean? And so that's super cool.
Oh,
Are you talking about the bone quarter?
Yes.
the bone
this
quarter.
one.
That's it. It was quarters. That's what it was. I was saying districts. It's quarter. But what was I saying? I was saying, oh, because remember he had when they were there and they had the dogs and they had the two heads or whatever it was. You remember his pets. And that's the same thing that was carved in the columns in the Court of Nightmares. So
Interesting.
it's all tied together, people.
Yeah.
She's leaving these little Easter eggs.
Or
So
we're just
now-
overthinking everything.
It
no,
is
I see the
possible.
connection. No,
Ugh.
after she threw her parents with Nesta, that's it. This is crossing everything.
Alright.
You see these little tidbits happening all over. I don't think it's overthinking. I get it. She's a friggin' world walker. Like whatever Sarah J. Maas, man, this woman.
Well, now, all right, now I'm going to throw this one into you. Okay, now we're back at ACOTAR. Okay, remember when Nesta has to go? Is she getting the harp? Whatever it was she had to get at the prison. Okay,
Mhm.
Now let's connect this to the Archeron sisters because they aren't random human peasants either. I don't think they are. In A Court of Silver Flames, when Nesta confronts the ancient monster Lanthus. Do you remember Lanthus? You remember him? She's the one that she has to fight. Because
Mhm.
remember when they did whatever, it opened doors and he came out?
Mhm.
And remember, he was really beautiful too. So he's technically not he is a monster, but yet a beautiful monster in the prison. And he roars at her, I rode in the wild hunt before you were even a scrap of existence, witch from Urid. That's what he said to her. Now, Urid is an ancient spooky bog located in the middle of Prythian. When Nesta finally decapitates Lanthus with her atraxia, isn't that how you pronounce her? Whatever her weapon is there. He bleeds pitch black blood. If you've read Throne of Glass, you know that black blood is the universal signature of the world-conquering fall of demons. Yes,
Yes.
okay.
Mhm.
All right. So Lanthus mentions of leading the wild hunt with hounds perfectly matches the Volk controlling the word hounds, which are shadow beasts that can track prey by sniffing their magic.
Mhm.
By calling Nesta the Witch of Urid, Lanthus reveals that that ancient magic users in Prythian were called witches long before the High Fae courts existed. This explains why the Archeron family bed, an ancient heirloom passed down from their mother's side, is made of the rare ironwood. Ironwood is exact magic-retaining wood used by the witches in both Throne of Glass and Crescent City. The sisters are carriers of that ancient prehistoric human witch bloodline that originates right from the magical bog. What do we think on that, ladies?
I think it has to be something. It has to be, because for Freya to be human and to kill the worm, that doesn't make sense. For her to do all of that, especially considering where we're at now in the world, and we know what these things are and like how powerful and all it just doesn't make sense. So Freya has to have something outside
What do you
of
think, Kirsty?
I see it.
You see it?
I see it, especially with the connection to like the black blood, and obviously some sort of crossover there, because there's no mention of black blood in the other two books, the other two series, is there?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Not from my recollection. I feel like that's something I would remember. So there must be some sort of crossover there. In some regard.
Well,
I
he
don't know
says
what colour the Asteri bleed. Do we know what colour the Asteri bleed?
he was bleeding
We're-
before she jumped. Rigolis was bleeding.
Yeah, but did it say what colour?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Well, this is Lanthus boasts about leading the hunt with hounds that mirror the Volk kings controlling the word hounds. Now, are those the same kind of hounds that we were just talking about? That the Volk kings had? The two-headed dog? It says but these say shadow beasts. Mutated out of raw darkness, specifically engineered to sniff out and hunt down magic beings with their scent.
Well, we know that they do that they make beasts, because that's how they make the wyvern, however the fuck you say it,
Okay.
in Throne of Glass, is they make them with their magic-y good shit. So, it could be the same thing in terms of making a two-headed dog.
Okay. Well, it says by labeling Nesta as the Witch of Urid, because he calls her that. Does anyone else call her that, or was he the only one that called? No, he was the one, because he wanted her to go with him and be his queen, remember? He wanted Nesta to be that. But he calls her that, as we know the Urid is the ancient prehistoric bog where the mask was buried. Lanthus reveals that the ancient raw magic wielders in Prythian were classified as witches so long before the organized High Fae court system existed. So this possibly explains why the Archeron family bed is made of rare ironwood. Both in Throne of Glass, is it Crochin? Croken? How do you pronounce that one?
Croken. Oh,
Croken?
No, Crochin. No.
Crochin. Crochin. Well, you know what we're talking about. If you've read.
Croken?
You know Croken?
I was saying it with a K, too. Like
Croken?
Croken.
The Croken witches.
We're going to go with Croken. And the Iron Teeth Covens. And in Crescent City, the House of Many Waters, ironwood is a highly specific magic-retaining wood. So, I don't know. Now, but see, I don't remember. For some reason, I was thinking in ACOTAR, though, I thought Papa Archeron got that as their wedding gift. Or was it didn't? But then again, there's so little detail. And again, Farah is an unreliable narrator. But we do know that was the bed, and even after they lost all their money, they took that bed with them. Again, I don't think Mama Archeron's dead. I didn't see a dead body. There's no dead body on paper. I think she is alive and well. And I think that was her only that was their way to for her to do whatever she's doing and to let all the pieces of the puzzle to go together. Because I think things had to go in a certain order before, that's my thoughts. I think she was a witch. Because why is Nesta's nails at the House of Wind and she's fallen down the steps and she grabs it with her nails? Why are they sparking? That's not normal, ladies.
No. But the nails on the witches... Oh, no, it's not the nails. It's the teeth that come out.
No, it's also the nails.
Is it also the nails?
Mm-hmm. That's
The
literally,
nails
I
aren't
got my
always-
Manon nails. Yep, it's the nails and the teeth.
That come out. Because, like, the teeth aren't always iron teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're just normal teeth.
All right.
She would have control over that, though, and then wouldn't she be like, what the fuck is this?
I would still think it was weird. Well, she was having so many weird things happening with her, with Nesta. I don't think she questioned any of the weird stuff that was happening to her at that point. This might be why she was drinking so much and finding the
But
lovely men.
also,
That's why they had to prison her up there.
The change from human to fae surely that would have an effect on if you were a witch or not.
Well, I think that's why they all... Well, Feyre we can take out of the equation because the seven High Lords created her.
Mm-hmm.
But Elaine and Nesta, they became high fae. They didn't become lesser fae. The cauldron spit them out as high fae. So that makes me think they had something else in them that the cauldron calls to like. And I think it knew. It knew what it was. Or what they are, I should say. Because we don't know anything about the grandmother.
I can't think of anyone that's half and half, though.
What do you mean half and half?
Like
you mean half human and half fae?
No, half fae and half witch.
Well, they would have been half witch and half human. Again, I don't think Nesta belonged to Papa Archeron either. That's another one. I think he married her after. That's why her and Papa Archeron didn't get along. I think.
I'm sorry. You're thinking he married Nesta?
No.
No.
He married the mom.
And
Nesta was what isn't his. I think she has a different father, is what I believe, and that could come into play in these upcoming books. Now, remember when we talked about you and I might not have talked, but we have talked about it though in past though. Is the King of Hybern? Now, the King of Hybern. Now, remember, Hybern is the island, or whatever it is, the country, or whatever his is, where he's at. We never have known his name. Because I remember reading it, and I was thinking, it was just the King Hybern. I wasn't thinking, like, with the of part. I was thinking that was his name. But that isn't his name. But a lot of people theorize, okay, this is the wild theory, because now you guys would know this better than I. The wild theory on the internet is that the primary antagonist of the original trilogy, the King of Hybern, is actually Dorian's, Haviland's younger brother, Holland, from the Throne of Glass. The evidence of it, Sarah loves the Nameless King archetype. Dorian's father is just the king of, what is that? How do you pronounce that one, girls? Adarlan? Adeline, there we go, because his name was stolen by magic. And the King of Hybern is never given a first name across multiple books, suggesting his true identity is a massive multiverse spoiler. Holland was described as a cruel, unnerving, and deeply spoiled child born while his father was under full-vow corruption. And his plotline completely vanished after he was sent away with his mother. The theory states that he used world-walking powers to jump to Prythian's past and conquer Hybern. What do you think?
I know we spoke about this last time, the same theory.
It's one thing to jump from world to world, but it's one thing to jump to a world and jump back in time.
Well, we know Aelin fell through time, because I don't think Throne of Glass is the same time. We know Crescent City and Prythian are in the same timeline, but I don't think Throne of Glass is. I think that's a different timeline. I don't think it's happening at the same time.
Which is also
know what I
true
mean?
because the whole 8 books of Throne of Glass is 1 year.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know. It says because this is where they say this is their theory with it. Because Sarah's writing this, we have a major timeline clash here. When Aelin falls through the worlds in the kingdom of Ash, she sees a pregnant Feyre and Rhysand. But again, is that when she was pregnant with Nyx, or was this a different pregnancy? We don't know. Meaning that at the end of Throne of Glass happens concurrently with the Court of Frost and Starlight, supposedly. Because of the King of Hybern was already dead by the end of A Court of Wings and Ruin, Holland was still a kid in Aurelia while the king was ruling and dying in Prythian. So the verdict is this theory is officially sentenced to the grave. So this is what they're saying. They don't think this, the internet does not think this theory is true. What do you think? Okay.
I think people have too much time on their hands to be thinking this much about it.
I was going to say the same thing.
I don't know. I mean, I love doing these. Every time we do these ACOTAR theories and that, it makes me think. It makes me wonder. But again, we're going to be doing several of these different episodes. We'll be doing another one next month in September. And then we will be doing one just before ACOTAR 6 comes out. And we'll see how many of our theories actually come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? But this has been fun, girls, today.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I love doing these theories and stuff because we're either going to be so on target or we're going to be so wrong.
I think we're going to be so wrong.
My theory was right. It's going to be right. I forgot what it was and I should have written it down. But I forgot.
About the 2 sisters.
Yeah. So we'll see.
What was it?
I don't know.
Oh, about I'm telling you, you got to read Throne of Glass, Rebecca, and then you would be like,
yes, I know. I need to.
Yeah.
But everyone, if you enjoyed this episode and you enjoy our random conversations about ACOTAR and all these crazy theories, now please remember, again, these are the theories that are on the internet. Some of these are not actually our theories. But please don't forget to hit subscribe on YouTube because, again, we are chasing 100 subscribers for that milestone. Please share this episode with your book besties and leave us a 5-star review wherever you are listening to us. But other than that, good night, book babes.